Hello, Ginny. How nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Just wait for... Probably should put my rack. No, it's the lighting. I need to be able to see. Yeah, okay, thank you. Let me see. Anybody else here? Oh, probably can't hear me if I'm doing that. Hello. Let me see who else I've got. I think I'll just present this as a tour, as if everybody turned up on time. And then if anyone missed anything, they can catch up on it live. Hi, Claire. Nice to see you. Not catch up on it live. Catch up on it on a kind of catch up. Let's see what's going on. Nice to see you guys. What's crazy, Ginny? Let me know what's crazy. You saying that people aren't here is crazy. I can agree with that. Let's see. I'll just maybe give it one more minute. Numbers. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's almost not worth it, but it is worth it. So we'll get it up on YouTube anyway, and then people can watch it at their leisure, which is kind of what they're doing these days. And I don't have the time to be adding myself to that calendar or to be promoting within an inch of my life, because it just uses up my life. And I can't do that. But welcome. Nice to see you guys. So I've got Claire and Ginny here, and someone else has just crept into the room, and I think there'll be some more. Hi, Lauren. Nice to see you. So I'm going to introduce you to my friend here at Goff. This is Goff.
Hi.
I'm his honorary granddaughter. So he's my only grampy now. And he's a friend that I've worked with for quite a while. But the first place that I ever met Goff was at the hut on the beach.
Yeah.
There was a hut on the beach that still then was called Southsea Greenhouse, right?
Yes.
Yes, Southsea Green or Southsea Green. Jenny's asked if you went to Havant Grammar School. Is that...
No, I'm not a local. I was born in Nottingham. I went to Leeds University, but then came down to Portsmouth after working abroad for some years.
Okay. Hey, very nice. So not someone you recognise. Can I... Come on. How did you manage to get a radio interview? Well, we'll come on to that later, but we've actually had plenty of TV and radio appearances together as a combination. So we'll tell you more about that in the next live, because the next live is all about some that, and we'll have a great time, and it will be wonderful. So please come along. But yeah, 12:20 today in the UK. You can catch us on BBC Radio Solent. Live, probably will just be on there for 6 or 8 minutes, I think.
Yeah, and apparently you can catch up with it on BBC Sound.
Yeah, BBC Sounds, you can catch it later. So I'll do my very best. Welcome anybody that's new to me, just in case you're watching us on YouTube and not live. My name is Kendall James. Please, so linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. And Goff is almost not on social media, but he is on Facebook, and we might disclose the things instead. And we've got great news for you later. If you think I'm looking a little bit chubbier, I am. I've gained a stone being here, and no further comment. I'll pass the mic to you in a moment, Goff. I'll just give a little tour here. We've got Southsea Greenhouse Garden. Let's get Goff in it as well. Give us a wave, Goff. And don't forget, guys, you can take any of your own screenshots and pictures and share them online. We'd like that. Goff is the head gardener here. He knows all about it. This is Southsea Green. And doesn't he just look a little bit like the BFG? Big friendly giant, right? So let's pass the mic to Goff. He's going to do his very best to stay within about a meter's range of me, so that we don't lose the gimbal and mic combination. Let's straighten it out a little bit. And he's going to walk us through this garden. We're going to have a look, and then we're going to show you Canoe Lake nearby. I hope this signal stays nice. You can ask us questions along the way. And if I've got the chance, and if it suits the moment, then we'll answer it. If not, I'll hold it to the end. All right, so Goff, lead the way. Show us this community garden.
Yeah, okay. Well,
straight along the way.
It's actually of great historic importance.
Here.
It's actually of great historic importance because it once was a naval road, but not in last World War, but in King Henry VIII's time. And it ran from the sea to the barracks. So it can't be built on or anything like that. And the council had it for a number of years. And then we went to them cap in hand and asked if we could have it. So we have it on a kind of agricultural lease.
Wasn't it just for 5 years at first? But that's
It
extended.
is, yeah. We've now renewed the lease
Yeah.
recently, so we've got another for at least, I think, 10 years now.
Yeah, but because of the shape of the land, you'd have to be quite savvy to do something with it, really, right? So it's best suited for a little garden, I think.
It is. So what we did, we turned it into a community garden with lots of little grow beds, and in those we grow vegetables. But the idea was for people in the area who don't have gardens in Southsea, flats and things like that, to come along, share the work of planting vegetables, that kind of thing, and then share in the harvest.
Nice.
And that was really very. We even used to produce. We used to be able to keep open every day, even have enough produce to sell at the gate, because we're not funded. We have to make our own money.
Yeah.
And then after a few years ago, it became a little bit more difficult, and then there was COVID. So we couldn't continue. We couldn't open as many days as we like to. But now we're setting off again. And we've got, here's a gate. This is the original.
I'm going to tidy your collar for you. You can't go on the BBC with the. It's the radio, I guess.
It's the radio. I've got the right.
Go.
I've got the right
His
face.
collar's all tidy now, guys.
I've got the right face for radio.
We've
They
got
say.
faces for radio.
So this is our old gate, and we now got funds to redo it.
Yeah, one second. What I'm just going to do. So at 6 p.m. in the UK time today, I'm going to do a street art tour going down and through Southsea in Portsmouth. This little bird, you'll probably recognise as we go around. It's created by an artist called Fark. This one's quite old now, isn't it? It's been there quite a long time, but we'll look out for some new ones that we'll see around. Okay, so I'll pass this back to Goff.
But when we've got the gate repaired, we're hoping that original artist will come and redo it for us. But we do have other artists, so we'll see. And then this is the garden entrance, and you see it's a little bit well grown now, a little bit rustic.
I don't think it looks as well grown as you're implying, to be honest. I suppose there are little areas, but yeah, rustic's a nice word, I think.
Yeah. And so we'll travel through the garden. This is our porta cabin.
Oh, don't worry, I won't film you.
No, that's all right, don't worry.
So this is our porta cabin where we have our meetings.
Oh, I
and
remember
that
when
kind
the
of thing.
porta cabin came in. And on top there's solar panels, right?
Yeah.
So there's some little green environmental things that you do to try and help make this.
Yeah, that's right. We've got solar panels here. We've got a little fountain in our
I think I
pond.
saw them. I think I can reach up and show them the solar panels. Let's have a look up here. I think I saw it. I'm going to go long up here. I hope you guys can see. There we go. I think you can see that.
So, and we've got a little fountain in our pond, which I'll show you in a minute, and that's solar powered too.
Oh, lovely. Sorry, excuse me. Why does a pond need to be solar powered?
It's a fountain in the pond.
Oh, okay. That's very nice.
So,
that's very cute.
But we're now working. We also work with different groups in the community. So we've got a group of refugees at the moment, and they're helping us. So you can see
From Ukraine?
some from Ukraine, but some from all over
Syria.
South America, Syria, Iraq.
Okay.
And can you see this? With one of them was just in a beautiful job in redecorating the whole garden for us.
So adding these circles
right.
and
Is-
little.
Yeah, his name is Toraj, and he's done all these. We
How
read.
nice. And the door.
Yeah, and can you see the little stoneware?
And the poles and things.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very nice. Is Toraj very tall?
No. But I think we stood him on the box or something.
No.
And even
No expense spared.
No,
for his
that's
box.
right. This is a plant interesting.
Gladioli.
No,
It looks like
I forget what the Latin name is, but the common name is called bear's breeches.
Bear's breeches. Cora
Yeah.
blimey. That's quite something,
Because
isn't it?
apparently these little flowers, well, I don't know why, but
They look. It's like the same formation as gladioli, but it's not as
Yeah,
pointed at the top
yeah.
actually. So I see.
yeah,
Quite different.
we've got a lot of unusual plants in here, and because it's a little bit wild, that makes it quite a haven. The park.
I like it, and it's the climate feels nice in here.
Yeah,
That's
it
what I
is.
was thinking.
It's very sheltered, and even though you've got the activities around you, you feel you're on your own here, like a secret garden.
Yeah, and right next door we've got the Cumberland House Butterfly Museum, So you can see live butterflies flying around in there. And on the other side, so that's to the left, and then to the right, there's a mini golf and a new cafe by the looks of it. It's probably not new anymore. New to me.
And then, well, it belongs to the tennis court, so the tennis courts are just beyond the cafe.
Okay, and tennis courts too. So honestly, what is it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters wide?
Yeah.
It's not very, it's like my apartment, wait, it's bigger than my apartment wide.
But it's probably 150, 200 meters. Hazelnut tree here. Look.
Does it actually? Okay, we are back. Everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were having a whale of a time. We were having a whale of a time chatting just then, but it started to reconnect. So if it does that, we'll stop talking and then we'll continue. But we might have to move to a different location if it does that. Okay, that's all right. Hello, Laura. Nice to see you. Welcome.
So I was just pointing out I'm just pointing out we've got a hazelnut tree here, and it did have some little hazelnuts on it, which were still green. And when I was children, we used to call those new nuts.
New nuts, but so cute.
They've all gone, so I think it's the squirrels.
Okay.
And over there,
I saw a really big fat squirrel the other day. It was 3 times the size of anything I've seen in Japan. Not that there are really squirrels in Japan.
Yeah, and that's an olive tree over there.
Oh, lovely.
And that's a fig.
Nice.
And this is a bay.
Lovely. Also, you can just take these for cooking.
Yeah,
these
we've
leaves.
got
nice.
lots of.
Do you guys recognise these leaves? They're the ones that get dried out and they make your soups and stews really yummy.
And what we're doing with the garden, as well as growing our vegetables for ourselves, we're trying to work with other community groups. Mm-hmm. So there's a lady called Alice Hume.
Yeah.
And she's doing.
Oh, is that as a macrame weaver?
She's
an artist friend of mine.
Yeah, you know her.
Yeah, I met her in Japan.
Oh, right.
In January 2020. Yes.
Right.
So before the pandemic.
She's doing a project called Soil to Cloth.
Okay.
Growing the stuff to weave cloth. So that is actually flax.
Yeah.
Which you'll make into linen.
Oh, excellent. That's really cool. Oh, lovely. Yeah, she came to me just before the pandemic, and we went to a textiles museum and some other places in Japan, and I took her for tabe nomi hodai, which is all you can eat and drink, which was pretty great. Here's the famous pond you were mentioning, right? Let's try and straighten out this. There you are. You can. So
this is a pond, and it's a bit overgrown, but we've got a couple of goldfish in it, which someone sneaked in here. We didn't really want that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aren't they kind of good for the what's it called? The agriculture of the
environment.
Yeah.
But we get a lot of frog spawn, a lot of frogs in here, so the goldfish might eat in some of the spawn.
Okay.
But it still seems to work, and we even have newts here, although it's very difficult to see. Our little fountain is not going because the sun has gone in, and so our solar panels.
We've had rain for quite a lot of days, hence not really doing these live streams, but we've got one clear day of sunshine, so I'm going to squeeze in 3 live streams. Even my picnic tomorrow, it starts with rain in the morning. But we'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Hardy. There's another. 1 second, just bring the mic to me. There's another solar panel just over there, right? Is that the one for the pond?
That's the one for the fountain.
Lovely. All right, let's have a little look through. We'll hope the signal's going to be all right as we go through here.
Now, this is another project we're working on, these 2 beds, with the Harbour School. And they have children, teenagers. Teenagers with rather serious behavioural difficulties.
Oh, okay.
So it's quite a problem, but we've had them coming down here, and they come in, they're difficult to catch their attention, sometimes a bit miserable, but I promise you, by the time they leave after an hour or so, they've got smiles all over their faces.
Exactly. There's something I've heard before. It said you're one workout away from a good mood. It's often just a little bit of sunshine or a little bit of moving your body or talking to someone, and it can really enhance your mood. Hopefully even a live stream like this can enhance your mood a little bit, guys. So let's have another little look through the garden. Let's move on a little bit further. How lovely.
So they're on holiday now, but that will continue right the way through the year as the terms come.
I'll hold this one for you. I'll hold it near us.
Right, okay, so this is...
lots of tomatoes growing around here. I'll hold it.
Right, so that's one of our few remaining Basild's communities.
Okay. So so there aren't so many community ones now.
No, we're trying to give them to these projects rather than do it for ourselves.
Okay.
And so we've got some nice beans in there, including things like unusual ones like Major Cook, which is...
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
But it has local connotations because it seems that it was grown by Major Cook in France when he was repairing the damage to the First World War days after the Second World War. But his Batman came from Southampton. So the beans probably came from
What does his Batman mean?
It means he's kind of...
As in, like, I'm Batman.
No, it's his kind of served him a fade, cleaned his shoes and ironed his uniform.
Okay. The person that does all of the housewifery for
for an officer.
And there's a really interesting plant over here. What's this?
I think this is called Eryngium. It's a sea holly anyway. It's a sea holly, so it has...
Lovely.
Yeah, because it's like a thistle.
Bee
Oh yeah, the little bees.
sleeping in it. Oh,
is it called an Eryngium? I think it's called
One
back
second,
in
let me
there.
see if I can get in up here. There's a bee. Is that bee genuinely having a nap? This is excellent.
It could be, yeah.
I've seen loads of National Geographic pictures of bees having naps. This is next level. Love it. A fluffy bee has overeaten and is sleeping in the, what did you call it?
It's Eryngium, which is sea thistle.
Eryngium. Okay, sea thistle. Lovely. Yeah. All right. 1 second. Let me just say a little something. Okay. I think we've got 5 of you enjoying that, which is really, really nice. And a few others have been in and out. So if anyone is just catching up, we're at Southsea Greenhouse Garden in Portsmouth, right near Canoe Lake, where we're going to have a little look by in a moment. So we'll just spend 5 more minutes here, pop over to Canoe Lake and show you that as well. So you get to see swans and swan boats too. So welcome everybody. This is Goff and this is Kendall. So do check me out, Miss Kendall James online, linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. Thank you. Let's continue. 1 second. I think we might have a bit of a tangle with the microphone, so bear with me 1 minute. Let me see what I can do. Back to you, Goff. Thank you.
So these next 2 beds still belong to individual people because at one stage we did that as we didn't have enough volunteers to look after them. We passed them on to individual people. So these couple of beds are still individual people's beds. But hopefully we're claiming them back to either use for our own use or to use with these different projects.
Lovely. Nice. Nice to see that in this short time we've been here, there's been 3 visitors into the garden, which is lovely. It might not... Oh, hello, we're back. Okay, very nice. I can see there's rosemary, lots more tomatoes. It is tomato season. We're back again. Here we go.
The bed, Kendall said, lots of nice... A medicinal bed.
Oh, lovely.
With Wendy Budd.
This.
Wendy Budd, do you know Wendy? Remember Wendy Budd, the herbalist?
Yes, I do. I'm just letting the viewers smell the rosemary. Here you are. Lovely.
And it's got angelica, it's got sage, it's
Excellent.
got lemon balm in there.
So there's Wendy Budd's Apothecary that we might actually walk past later. That's on Elm Grove in Southsea, Portsmouth. And yeah, it looks like she's growing some lovely herbal and medicinal things here that smell really lovely, to be honest. They smell very, very nice. Yeah.
And this small bed again is belonging to her.
Yeah.
And this small bed again is belonging to her.
Our zucchini or wait.
Yeah, it's a beautiful yellow courgette, but
wait.
It's a beautiful yellow courgette, but I believe there was a beauty yesterday, but we had some volunteers here, and I said take them.
They can have it. Nice.
So they have
That's
it.
Good.
And so this is a community bed again with the tomatoes.
Lovely, fresh on the vine. They smell good too. You guys want to smell? Lovely.
And and then we've got the polytunnel.
Excellent. I'll just hold that mic a second. So coming into the polytunnel, we've had many a social gathering in the polytunnel, haven't we?
This is fennel.
Fennel, oh lovely. I haven't had fennel in so long.
No, it's good with fish to cook, but it seems to grow like a weed here. It spreads all over the place.
And it tastes a little bit like aniseed, right? A bit like licorice. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. I would have it raw in salads. I really love it. I've got some miso for you, by the way.
Oh, lovely.
If you don't mind, a slightly exploded container that I'll fix. So this is the polytunnel at the back. Lots of tools. You can see rough and ready. They've really enjoyed just working actively on what's here, and the focus is on the plants and things that are growing. We've got some really lovely courgette flowers here, looking like starfish.
Beautiful.
And a heap of tomatoes is going to get heavy on the vine just there and drop.
This particular variety has got a story to it.
Okay,
Because
give us the story.
on my allotment, where I have my allotment, there was a lady who unfortunately died of cancer in her 40s, and she was a Polish. Her name was Krug. So the pot was abandoned with lots of tomatoes in it, and I ate a few because they were nice and were going to waste, and I thought I'll save the seed. So her name was Kroll. That's Angela Kroll.
Oh, so you named the plant.
And so after that, I saved the seeds.
Lovely.
And to be honest, as you can see, it's one of the best tomatoes I've ever grown.
One of them, yeah, really lovely. But they're going to need a support blanket to catch them before they fall.
No, they'll be all right. They're strung up.
Nice. Well, you know what? Because of the time, I think we should head down the length of the garden now and go and have a little look at Canoe Lake, because lots of my viewers are from totally different parts of the country and some are from totally different countries. So I think they'd really like to see Canoe Lake and the swan boats.
Have we got time just for the fig tree? It's got some nice fig trees.
Where's the fig tree? Is it right at the back? If I lose signal, I'm turning around, okay,
Well,
Goff?
shall I just tell you about the fig tree?
Okay, tell us about the fig tree as we walk.
Well,
Can you walk that
yeah,
way?
we've got a very special fig tree at the back of the
Tell us
garden.
the story as you walk through.
Well, it's not just any fig tree. That's also of historic importance because it was planted by Princess Beatrice
Nice.
in honour of her mother, Queen Victoria, in 1904.
Wow.
And we produce some lovely figs. And in fact,
Planted on site back there.
yeah, well,
Very
actually, we cheat a bit because it's actually
It's been relocated.
no, it was planted in next door in the
Okay.
museum, but it's close to the wall, and all of it
You're
comes out.
calling it yours. Excellent.
Yeah, we get most of it. 90% of it is ours. We get all the figs.
Lovely, lovely. All the figs dropped that way. How nice. That's very
Yeah,
cool.
and we had some visitors. Was it yesterday? I called in,
Go on.
and we were able to give them a couple of ripe figs.
Yeah, little bird over there.
Blackbird.
Blackbird. Nice, he's off. All right, let's go over to the Canoe Lake area. Shall I take this and I can march on forwards? All right, I'm in control of the mic. Does anybody have any questions for us? I'm sure you've got questions about our upcoming activities. So in just less than an hour and a half, we've got a live BBC Radio Solent bit. It'll only be about six minutes or so, and we'll be talking about something quite exciting. In fact, it'll give away the game for what my next live stream will be about. But yeah, something very exciting. I'm just gonna let you know, myself and Goff, we've written a book, and a lot of basically his father's work is in this book. So I hope that's enticed you enough to come and check that out. You can check that out live, and we're going to show you the book as well live. But on BBC Radio Solent, you can listen to us and imagine that we're famous and all that jazz. And then you can come and catch us where I'm staying in Portsmouth, at my Portsmouth mum and dad's house. So not my real mum and dad, but they're effectively, as far as I'm concerned, they call me a close family friend. So we'll show you that lovely book, and we'll show you loads of other things, and you'll get an idea of the scale of what we're talking about. And you get to hang out with us a little bit more. So I hope you'll come along and join us for that. And I hope you'll join just me and my oldest friend of 18 years, Sasha, later on at 6 p.m. UK time, because I will be telling you all about the local street art in the area, and you can see what you think of the gentrified shops of Southsea and some of the unfortunately closed down shops of Southsea too. We'll see. So I'm going to be really careful with how I point my camera, because I don't really want to get, I'm just going to go up a little bit, don't really want to get children's faces and things in my live stream. So if you see me suddenly reaching for the stars, then that's because I'm just trying to be polite there. But we've got some swans. I don't know what the ruling on swans is anymore. The deal was that you can't do anything mean to a swan because it's treason because of the Queen herself. But now we have a king. Long live the king.
Yeah, the king owns them all.
1 second, let me pass this to you. What can you tell us about Canoe Lake, Gough? I'll be the camera person.
Probably not more than you do. I know.
Okay, fair enough.
But the swans, they're all owned by the monarch. So they were all owned by the Queen, and now they're all owned by Prince Charles.
King Charles. Excuse you.
Well, I'm a little bit elderly. It takes me time to catch up on events. But I know that people still go crabbing, of all things here. Children still go crabbing here.
On a really nice sunny day, you can go crabbing all the way around this. And actually, I went to Hayling Island the other day. I caught the 1 or 2 minute ferry over to Hayling Island, and they advise crabbing to learn about ecology under the water. Sorry, Gough is not used to doing live streams, and he's allowed his. So, everybody, I hope you've had a really lovely, and they're not going to peck me. So I'm going to see if I can zoom in for you. You can see Clarence P. Oh, you always kill your plants with kindness. Yeah, that's happened to some in the house that I'm staying in. Ooh, there we go. I've got back here. So Claire says, your friend is really a life well lived, this Gough. He's travelled all around the world. He's got lots of lovely grandchildren, and he's now a great grandpappy.
Yeah, from about 2 weeks ago, a great
which is pretty cool. And you can learn a little bit more about him later. If you come to my next live stream, we'll have a little introduction of Gough, because it will lead nicely into.
Does that make you a grand aunt on the real?
I guess so. Yeah, we're not blood related, but as far as we're concerned, we're practically family. So there we go. We've worked hard and long enough together to be considered family, I think. So, any other questions from anybody? I'll just turn the camera around so you can admire all of these. All these swans think we're going to give them some food. If you look what's happening over here, a little girl is trying to feed them. I don't know if that's the best idea, but bread is coming at them, and they seem quite happy. Very cute. Oh, see, the swans are pretty good. Jenny says, my sister was on the pier when it caught fire when they filmed Tommy with the Who. It's quite the pier. Yes, all of those things did happen, but oh my goodness that your sister was there then. I'll just get that little girl out of shot. What do you think? Lots of lovely swans. We're going to go and have a little cup of tea or coffee and maybe a piece of cake. And we'll catch you guys later. So BBC Radio Solent. BBC Radio Solent. The Solent is the channel that we're on here in Portsmouth. And you can catch us on BBC Radio Sounds online, right? So it'll be at 12:20, or you can catch us after with myself at 1 o'clock, okay, in the UK time. Thank you very much, everybody. And don't forget, you can leave a little tip on Buy Me a Coffee if you like. Let's buy me a book or chocolate bar or, I don't know, something else. So buymeacoffee.com/Mrs. Kendall James. Thank you so much. 1 second. Bye.
Bye. Nice to see you all.
Baby.